Hey guys, so I realized that it's been well over a week since I've made a video, and that in the last video I said that I would be doing 2 videos a week. That is still the goal, and I'm going to try at the very minimum to do 1 video a week. This last week's been wonky. I've been studying for finals and working, so that is my excuse. I will try to do better. Starting off not on a good note necessarily there, but you know what, it is what it is. This video is a get to know me tag in case you're interested in getting to know me. I figured that considering it is early in the channel, maybe this is good timing? I don't know. It's what I'm doing, so here we go. First question. Are you named after anyone? Yes, I am named after my mother's junior high English teacher. Her name was Emma Lowe. Second question. When was the last time you cried? I do not remember the last time I cried. I know that I almost cried on Black Friday. I was working retail, and that was fun. So, I guess if I had cried, it would have been justified, but I didn't cry, thank goodness, because that wouldn't have been pleasant. I don't like crying in front of people. Do I have kids? No. If you were another person, would you be a friend of yourself? Yes, I would. I think I am a cool person. And I'm really, really looking for another INTP female to be a friend with me because I think it would be refreshing because, I don't know. I have a hard time relating to a lot of people. Do I use sarcasm a lot? Yeah, I do. I was thinking about being sarcastic, but you know, what's the first thing I notice about people? That's a tricky one. I think, honestly, the first thing I notice is the vibe that they give off. I know that's not anything really concrete to go on, but it's the truth. I think I'm really good at picking up on people's vibes. What is your eye color? Well, I think you guys can see my eyes. They're pretty dark brown. Scary movie or happy endings? I'm not necessarily a fan of scary movies. I think a lot of them are really poorly done, and happy endings can be cheesy. Honestly, I'm not going to choose either of those. For me, what I like in a movie or a book is bittersweet ending. I want everything to be 100% completely resolved, or at least to have a sense of what will happen in the future. But if everything turns out perfectly, that doesn't satisfy me either, because that's not realistic. I mean, maybe sometimes there's 100% happy endings, but I have yet to find one. I'm also not that old, but you know, whatever. Favorite smells? I like the smell. Okay, this is probably cliche, but I like the smells of autumn. I also like floral scents, and I like naturey smells. I like floral scents, and then I like musky scents, and I like smells like pine trees. Oh, fun story. Maybe this video is going to be long because of this. I'm probably going to go into stories multiple times, but maybe you guys will like that. When I was a child, I used to go over to my grandparents' house, and early in the mornings, I was through like the age of 13, this is focusing on the summer of when I was 13, I used to take my showers there, and I would always really look forward to it because I remember that my grandpa had pine-scented shampoo, and I don't know why, but I thought that was the coolest thing, so I always looked forward to sneaking his pine-scented shampoo. What's the furthest you've ever been from home? Well, I guess that depends on what you constitute as home. I tend to think of home as back in Michigan, so I guess I'm the furthest away from home I've ever been, 2,000 miles. But at the same time, I've never really felt quite like I belonged anywhere. But now I really do think of back there as home. Probably because I don't feel like I'm home now, but, you know. Do I have any special talents? Well, it says special, so I don't know. I know that there are things that I'm really good at. I'm really good at art. I'm pretty good at writing. And yeah, art and writing are the main ones. I was trying to think of something cool and weird, but nothing comes to mind. Just art and writing. Where was I born? I was born in Denver, Colorado. Well, my dad was... Yeah, the reason that my parents were there was because my dad was studying philosophy of theology. He has a master's degree. He was working on a PhD. Didn't go well, so now he works at a plywood plant. What are my hobbies? Art, writing, researching anything and everything. I'm very obsessive, so I would say my hobbies. Honestly, my main hobby right now is MBTI. If that counts as a hobby, I think it sort of does. Do I have any pets? No, not really, but the landlord lives in a house right next to us, and he has a cat, and the cat lives here 50% of the time, and her name is Kitty, but I love Kitty. I wish she was here so I could show you guys her, but, you know. What do you want to be when you grow up? Well, I guess I am grown up, but this isn't what I want to be. Honestly, I want to do a lot of things. I want to start an art career. I would really like to be an author. In an ideal world, if I had the money, I'd go to college and get a PhD in like history or psychology or biology, because honestly that's what I was going for to begin with. I wanted to get a zoology degree, and what I really wanted to study was animal intelligence, and honestly I still kind of do, but times have changed and I probably can't afford a PhD. If I was rich, I'd have like 3. Who was your first best friend? Her name was Nova. And I don't know. I'll probably have stories about her to tell us. Yep, I have a story to tell about her even in this video. How tall am I? I am 5'1". I am very short. Funniest moment throughout school. Okay, this is a Nova story. Oh goodness, this was absolutely traumatizing when it actually happened, but I can laugh about it now. So, 8th grade, there was a boy that I really liked, and I don't know why, but Nova decided it would be a grand idea to just, because like, we used to tell each other dreams that we had about everything. Bear in mind, this is like a really stupid PG dream, maybe even, no, this was a G-rated dream. It's just that he was in my dream and I told it to her. But she decided it would be a grand idea to tell the whole class. But I knew what she was doing. She didn't get to tell the class the dream because I tackled her to the ground in the middle of, like, I don't know what class it was, but I tackled her to the ground and, like, covered her mouth so she wouldn't tell anyone the stupid G-rated dream. The real issue was I didn't want anyone knowing I had a crush on him because I was very, like, she was one of the only people that knew. I don't know why she thought it was a good idea to tell people. I mean, I wouldn't just shout to the world who she had a crush on, but I guess different values. She's an ESFP if anyone's wanting to know. Still love her, but yeah. How many countries have I visited? Well, I live in this country, so I haven't visited it. I have visited Canada twice. One time, both day trips, I went to Victoria with Jimmy and his dad. Jimmy's my boyfriend. And the other time it was also a day trip, and we went to an airplane museum. I don't remember where this airplane museum was because I was like 6, I think. But yeah, it was fun. I remember it being interesting. So, what was your favorite and worst subjects in high school? I hated high school. I hated high school with a passion, probably. I didn't really like much of it. I mean, I guess I liked art the best because I was good at it, but at the same time, I'm just gonna be honest here. Maybe this is an unpopular opinion at that school. I honestly have no idea what other people thought, but I thought the art teacher kind of sucked. She didn't really teach us anything. It was the same stuff all the way through. And her ideas for projects were so boring. Yeah. And worst subject? Advanced math, because okay, so I didn't have to take advanced math, but somehow I got convinced that it was a good idea. And for Algebra 2 and Advanced Math, it was the same teacher, both for the first hours of the day. The only reason I got through Algebra 2 with like a C or a B was because of the textbook. I would learn everything from the textbook. But when it came to Advanced Math, the textbook was terrible. And I couldn't learn anything in class because it was the first hour of the day. It was 7:55 a.m. when the class started. So I just... oh, it was bad. The only reason I didn't graduate... the only reason I got a C when I graduated that class as opposed to a D is because the final exam was this really cool thing where you could make like a storybook about math. And honestly, it was pretty cool, and I got 100% on it, and it saved me. So, yeah. Moving on. What is your favorite drink? I would say my favorite drink is Earl Grey tea. What is my favorite animal? Cats, but if we're going to be more specific, lions. I like lions. Also, okay, I like cats and lions, but I have a huge love and borderline obsession with ravens and crows because they are so smart. If you want to have your mind blown, look up corvid intelligence. It's amazing. You will not be disappointed if you're interested. My favorite perfume. I can't really afford anything but Bath and Body Works, so I'm gonna go with Sensual Amber, because that's what I've been wearing for a while. I don't know if it's because it's my favorite or just because it's the one I have, but you know. What would you name your children? If it's a girl, I would like to name her Cosette, after Cosette from Les Mis. Actually, in the book, her real name was Euphrasie, and the reason why she's called Cosette is because it's a nickname. And what it translates to is little one. And I just think that's a really sweet name for a little girl, so I would name my daughter Cosette. And, oh, I just realized, there's a theme here. For a boy, I'd like to name him Victor. And if you don't find that funny, well, maybe you wouldn't find it funny anyways, but the author of Les Mis is named Victor Hugo. I promise there is not, that's not my reasoning. It's just, I like the name Victor. What sports do you play or have you played? I used to play soccer when I was a kid. I actually really liked it. I was in karate for a little while. I took 10 years of ballet. That's not really a sport, but it's an activity. How many girlfriends or boyfriends have I had? One. Favorite memory from childhood. There was this day when Nova and I, it was in the town, there is this thing called Pumpkin Fest every year. I think lots of places have Pumpkin Fest, but it was a really, really good one. We were together all day. It was super sunny. The trees were all golden. We just sort of like wandered through all the shops and the stands. We went to this place where we used to go all the time, but it got shut down, called Couch Potato. It was sort of a weird place. It was a movie rental place, and it also had a thrift section and a bunch of weird stuff. And it sold incense there. And we went and we bought incense, and then we went to my house, where we burned the incense while we read my Wizardology book, and we learned about magic, and then we went on a quest in the woods. We were 12. It was a really nice day. How would I describe my fashion sense? I wear what I like. And that's basically it. I wear what I like. So I end up mixing, I don't know, some days I dress like a 6-year-old and some days I just wear what I like. I always have a hat and I'm almost always wearing boots. So, yes. One of my bad habits. Oh, I've got so many bad habits. I like pick at my face and my skin. I pick at things constantly. I can't leave things alone. So, that's a bad habit. And I guess this video is done. Oh, maybe a bad habit is procrastinating. Yeah, anyways, so I guess that's all. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will hopefully have another one up before this week is half over. Hopefully. So, bye!